Hello everybody, today I figured we would do a test overviewing my system sensor spsr speaker strobe. Alright, let's take a look at the back, shall we? But first, I should show you something. So this is the system sensor spsr speaker strobe, okay? Alright. Okay, so as you can tell, to the opposite side of that, we have my system sensor P2R horn strobe. Alright. This device, it currently is on temporal code 3 low volume because it's on 3. So that is your audio selection. So if you want continuous or temporal 3 or code 3, you would adjust this knob right here. And it looks like 1 would be the highest of temporal code 3, going down to medium number 2 and low number 3. Then going from 4 to 5 to 6, you have high, continuous high, medium to low. So 6 would be the lowest continuous settings. Alright. Right here is your candela selection. This is where, as you can tell, it's multi-candela. It is not fixed candela. It is multi-candela. So right now, as you can tell, it's at 75 candela. Let's go down to 15, shall we? Oh, I can't do this with one hand. It's nearly impossible to do this with one hand. Alright, now we're at 15 candela, being the lowest brightness of the strobe. Come to think about it, this bedroom would probably take about 15 candela on its size. Because if we installed an alarm in this room, I'm just saying theoretically speaking, if we put a device in the room, it'd probably be 15 candela. Because this room, that's all it would take. That's all it would need. So that's the system sensor P2R horn strobe. Now basically horn strobes you see in low-rise to mid-rise buildings. So low-rise buildings would be 1 to 4 stories high, and mid-rise would be 5 to 9 stories high, and high-rise would have these kind of devices. Here's the fun fact, guys. Even though low-rise or mid-rise buildings tend to take more like horn strobes, if you had a large space that hold a capacity of over 1,000 plus people, and it's a large space and there's a lot of people, you would actually install voice-evac systems. So, fun fact for you guys, voice-evac systems are commonly found in high-rise buildings with 10 stories or higher. And it has to be 72 feet or higher. And it has to have a capacity of over 1,000 plus people or 1,000 plus occupants in a building to have voice-evac. So that's a fun fact. And actually, I think that's the NFPA 72 code standard for fire alarms. NFPA 72 fire alarm code is actually the note for the notification appliances. So this has to do with everything that has to do with carbon monoxide detectors, smoke detectors, duct detectors, pull stations, anything notification communication systems. That would be NFPA 72. And NFPA 70 would be the National Electrical Code. NFPA 72 would be the National Signaling Code or something like that. It does have something to do with the notification devices. And for those of you that know, I know a lot about devices. NFPA 13 has a lot to do with sprinkler systems. So, and don't get confused, guys, with NFPA 13 and NFPA 25. NFPA 25 is a test and operable functioning of the overhead sprinkler system, which is a suppression system for the overhead sprinklers. So NFPA 25 would be the operable overhead sprinkler system. So you'd test those. That would be tests. NFPA 13 is the installation of the overhead sprinklers. But enough of that. So now we're going to mount this back onto the mounting bracket. Wow, this is nearly impossible to do with one hand. There we go. But that was a pain in the ass, guys. Okay. Now we have, to the right, we have yet another voice-evac strobe, speaker strobe. So, and this is, by the way, this is the System Sensor L series. This is the System Sensor spsr speaker strobe. And I think it has a capacity of 177 candela. So that's the strobe. Alright, let's take a look at the mounting bracket, shall we? Alright, before we get on to the test. So right here, as you can tell, this would actually mount to the ceiling, the overhead ceiling, like that. Or you can mount it to the wall, but this is more of a ceiling version of the System Sensor spsr. Therefore, let's get that out of the way. These are your terminal connections. This is for the speaker, and to the right, this will be for the strobe. So here, you would tie your relays into the terminal connections with Ben. So what you do is you mount this on the wall, or on the ceiling, excuse me. Once it's mounted, you wire all your relays, so your strobe and your horn, or your speaker, sorry, can't talk. Your speaker and your strobe. You'd wire all your relays up. And as you can tell, it's got two positives and a negative for each set of 3 terminal connections. So, that being said, your black wire is your negative connection, and your red wire is your positive connection. So the positive would actually feed the device the power to set off, and then think of it as a battery. You got your positive polarity and your negative polarity. That's how it works. Same idea, except it's powered by hardwired instead of a battery, you know. But anyway, essentially, this is your speaker, and that is your strobe. So once you mount it, just goes on like that. You just clip it on like that. Got your watt setting and your volt setting. Your watts is your audio, is how loud you want it. So it has a lot to do with how loud. So it looks like it's got your 1/4 watts, I believe, is your lowest. Looks like it's already set to the lowest. To the 2 watts, which is your loudest. Come on, focus. Your 2 watts, which would be the loudest of the voice evacuation messages. Your volts, 25 volts, 70 volts. Depends on the power supply. I'm guessing that has something to do with your power supply, guys. So I'm not sure if this is. I think it might be 25 volts. it's 25 volts or 70 volts. But yeah, anyway, so that's your back of your speaker. As you can tell, you got some wire connections for the speaker in the back. You can actually see the speaker in the back. It's got the white fire lettering on the side. It's got it all around. It's got 3 sets of fire lettering on this device. Flip it over. There you go. System sensor spsr L, which is a system sensor L series. Alright. So here we don't have the mounting bracket. I actually got this as a present. It didn't include the mounting plate, but that's okay. You can still set it off. But same idea, guys. If we do this, notice how your back looks a lot different on the older device rather than the newer device. Same setup, same scenario, but just different, because the System Sensor L series is a lot newer compared to the System Sensor Advance, the System Sensor Spectralert Advance. But we got to get on to the test. All right. But again, the black wire meaning your negative connection, your red wire being your positive connection. So I can take a simple 9-volt battery like this guy right here. Make sure it's on the correct polarities. So if we do it like this, that sets your strobe off. So I'm going to set you guys down. Right. Well, maybe this is going to be a real pain in the ass. I don't think I can actually... Alright, here's what I'm going to do, guys. Because I don't want to stop the camera. Trying to think of how to do this. So, okay, because I don't think I can actually tell you what I will do. I know what I'm gonna do. Take it off the fucking charger here. That wasn't professional. Sorry guys for my language. We're gonna do the test momentarily, if I can ever figure out a spot to put you guys. System sensor SPSR notification device test number 1. Guys, I don't recommend doing this in public places unless it's in your collection. Never pull a fire alarm. That's all I can say. Whatever you do you're responsible for your own self. So I have nothing to do with what you do. This is my YouTube channel. I do this for fun. In my collection, obviously. Alright, go. Ready? And guys, just so you know, it's on 115 candela, which is the brightness of the strobe. Yep. Alright guys, that's enough of that. Always satisfying to set my devices off. So, guys, I should also note, this device in my System Sensor L series was not intended to be included in this video, which means I'm not setting them off. It was only supposed to be the system sensor, voice evacuation, only this device right here. Alright. I think that was it. Alright guys, so as you can know, I ramble on about this stuff. I go on and on about fire alarms. I go on and on about my insulator collection, which we're not actually going to film today. I've already filmed a lot about insulators. It was just meant to be solely on my system sensor, SPSR, rather than my P2R horn strobe and my system sensor SPSCRL. Speaker strobe voice evac. But anyway guys, so yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. Alright guys, thank you for watching and taking your time just to watch the video, because a lot of people don't take the time to spend their time watching this kind of stuff. But I'm in that kind of stuff. I love it. So if you can take at least a few minutes out of your day to watch a video, like I said, I'm not responsible. If you guys, and I don't recommend you guys ever do something you're not supposed to with fire alarms in a building. That I'm not responsible for what you do. So YouTube, what I do is on my collection. This is my collection. I set my strobes off, or sometimes like I have a couple of these devices. So got another one right there. You guys want to see me reset it, huh? Alright, I guess we'll show you how to reset it. To reset, so in a fire alarm system, to reset an operable, or therefore to speak, a functional pull station, what you do, and this goes for fire alarm techs, you have your standard key. A lot of times you have a BG12 series with the hex key right here. We're not going to pull that one because that's a bitch to have to reset. Now, there's a knob in the back. Once it's activated, to reset it, you insert the key, open the door up, flip up, and there's actually an LED in here that once the alarm is triggered or tripped, the LED is red. The only way the LED will go off is if you go to the panel or the annunciator and you reset the whole system. But when you pull this specific device, this is the only pull station. Once, because they'll know. The reason they have LED is so they know what pull station was set off. And a lot of newer devices have LED lighting in here, so they know what pull station was tripped. And they'll know anyways just by the panel, because the panel will tell you what pull station it was pulled. They go to the pull station. This one, obviously, it's not hooked up, but this one essentially would be the red LED. It would be red. Reset it. It's obviously going to stay red until you reset the whole system with the panel. Or at least I think that's how it works. And last but not least, now obviously we resetted that one. Well, why not reset this one? Same deal. Holy fuck, it's not easy enough to do this. Alright, there we go. There we go. Sweet. Thank you guys for watching. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and please stay out of trouble, guys. Please, Hobman297 begs you to stay out of trouble. But seriously, guys, please. Anyway, take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.